Welcome in, everyone, to your weekly tarot reading. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do weekly and monthly, weekly collective readings, just kind of tapping into the collective energy for that week and see what's going on. And then I do monthly zodiac, individual zodiac sign readings. For all the 12 signs. Once in a while I'll throw in a random video, but yeah, I'm always open to hear you guys' feedback around video ideas, or if you prefer something else or whatever. Right now, like, this is kind of a side hobby, so I'm not able to do this full time. Definitely just getting the 12 zodiac signs out in the month and a weekly reading is like a second full-time job. So I definitely like to get to a point where I have more time, where I can provide more content and more video types of videos or readings, but definitely open to what you guys are looking for. So we are finally at the big holiday week. So we are tapping into the week of Christmas. So this will start off Monday, December 23rd through Sunday. So because we're just tapping into the collective energies, you know, this may resonate for some of you. It may not for others. Take what does, some of it might. But we're kind of seeing what information or guidance you all need that can help the most of you out there for the week of the holidays. And we know the holidays can be a little stressful. We're hanging out with family and friends. So things can get a little, there can be some conflict, or just, you know, again, more stress hanging out with people that potentially you don't spend a lot of time with, or that might trigger you. So there's that. For some of you, maybe it is a very wonderful time, which I hope you are enjoying it in the way that supports you. So don't push yourself to do too much or to hang out with people that just don't do you any good. But either way, I hope everyone has a happy holiday, no matter how you celebrate. So let's see. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards to get kind of a baseline of the energy. So we have 7th chakra. This is Archangel Uriel, and that's the kind of the crown chakra here at the top of the head. And you can see here. So definitely, I feel like your crown chakra is being activated, and maybe you're gaining some new information or wisdom from your higher self during this time. There's a lot coming in. Walking away. And all tied up. Ooh. So I definitely feel like there's situations this week that you're going to face where it's just best to walk away. It's not best to engage. Or, you know, I was looking at the astrological energies, and now that I just say that, I forgot to tap into the planetary alignments this week. So I'll do that right after I talk through the oracle cards. And a lot of it had to do with people are going to really be stuck in their thinking and their views about things this week. So if you're trying to get people to change their view or to see your perspective, it's going to be a little hard this week. So it's like, if you have a choice to fight or walk away, definitely it's better to walk away this week. I wouldn't always say that, but I don't think it's going to lead to anything great. I kind of want to read this all tied up card, though. This could leave you feeling like, again, feeling restricted, feeling, you know, because it's like you feel like you have to like stuff your feelings down. But again, this is helping you to really do, maybe meditate, or just, again, try to connect to some higher guidance from your higher self or guides to help you in regards to situations this week, especially since we're going to be connecting with a lot of people. So I'm going to read All Tied Up quick. So this card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrists, body, and arms. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restriction may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes. You needn't live in your self-imposed jail any longer. So, I mean, that sums it up, but I feel like there's two kind of different scenarios here. Like this says, I feel like there's potentially, especially with the holidays, I feel like things, right, when it comes to, it talked about if you're waiting for things to move forward or things to move through or contracts or anything with work or whatever it is, you know, people aren't going to be working this week. So there might be delays in things, and you might be feeling a little impatient and frustrated. There's definitely a situation here it's referring to. So apply it to your life and what situation that may be making you feel stuck, or maybe, again, there's delays or feeling like you have no control over it, right? But the guidance here is with the walking away piece. It's not, I don't feel like it's going to do anyone any good to engage in this or try to push to get a solution or action taken this week. It's a week to really just surrender and just allow things to be right now. But I do feel like you're going to get some higher information or guidance or wisdom around it that's going to ultimately end up helping you anyways. So before you get that, again, it's probably not the best to try and work through this. All right, so we have that, which this, and again, everything happens for a reason. So maybe we needed to understand some of the energy this week, then applying it to the astrological planetary things going on. So the first thing I want to call out is actually on Christmas Eve, so the 24th, Jupiter, which is in Gemini, will square Saturn in Pisces. So we have the great benefic planet, which is Pisces, and the great malefic, which is which we have the big clashes here. So this will be a big clash, and at 14 degrees, which can cause you to feel frustrated. Okay, this is going to kind of bring up a butting of the heads energy. So you may feel like you're dealing with a lot more than you can handle right now. On that day, there may be stress, which isn't great on Christmas Eve, but you can feel a lot of passionate energy coming up and new ideas about things. So that may motivate you, but trying to see them through to fruition may be hard during this energy because you'll feel a lot of blocks and resistance and things you have to kind of, again, get through, to hurdle through to try and get what you want to happen or to make things, bring things to fruition there. But then, we have the Scorpio new moon, which, and I just want to check because my notes, now that I'm looking at it, seem a bit, the dates are off. Scorpio new moon. December. So, sorry, I said that wrong. So we have the moon moving through Scorpio on Christmas Day. So that scorpionic energy really brings a lot of passion and intensity, but on the detriment, it can bring up like distrust and a little bit of like manipulation energy. But I guess the guidance for that day, it's going to kind of force you to face like some more intimate connections and situations, but it's asking us to lean into intimacy during the holiday season instead of resisting or pushing people away. I feel like this day and around this time, if we resist or push people away or kind of again lean into our distrust or that devil on the shoulder, it can bring more detriment than good right now. So I think it's best to surrender and trust, even though you may have feelings of mistrust during this time. And then on the 26th, Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, is opposing Jupiter and Gemini. So kind of on the other end of the Christmas day, this will give you some motivation to take on some things. You'll kind of get that spurt of like, it's like those days where you just like get motivation to clean the whole house. And I usually take advantage of that because for me personally, I don't get that sort of motivation all the time. I'm not a big lover of cleaning or something like that. So especially right after the holiday, you might be getting motivated to kind of clean things up, or just like you're getting back, potentially leaving, time with your family and friends. But I do feel like that opposition energy, kind of like I said with the Jupiter squaring Saturn, it's gonna almost like potentially the energy is gonna put up some hurdles to kind of complete the things that you're motivated to complete or to take on. So just be aware of that. It's not, it could make you feel frustrated again, but just be aware that a lot of it has to do with the energies right now. So just don't get too focused on, like forcing yourself to get these things completed or done. So then on the 27th, so we have a lot going on, kind of boom, boom, boom. There's a lot of changes with the planets this week. So on the 27th, Mercury squares Saturn in Pisces. And the same sort of energy can make you feel like you're up against a lot. And action may seem really difficult to take or almost impossible. Like there's a lot of this week there is energies of like making you feel motivated and like I'm ready to like maybe take on things that I've been waiting or sitting on. But a lot of the energy is going to really make it difficult when you try to complete things. So it's just a week of a lot of that. And then on the 28th, that's going to be some relationship shakeups. So that one I'd be very cognizant of and aware as that day approaches, because Venus is in Aquarius and that will square Uranus in Taurus. So that combo, when we think of Uranus, that planet is very unpredictable and rebellious and kind of pushes a lot of changes fast and unexpectedly. Where then you have Venus, which rules over love and money. So mixing those two creates a very unpredictable, erratic environment. So you'll just want to watch with your interactions with people or connections. I mean, it can be love, it can be family or friends, it can be any connections. But people could react very erratically or unpredictably. So that's kind of that energy for that day. And two, that energy is creating in people a desire for freedom and independence and maybe feeling constricted in their connections. So that can lead to some unexpected outcomes or just people reacting in ways that maybe they normally wouldn't. So you don't want to have a reactive approach, because then you're creating more potential consequences that are longer lasting there. So that kind of rounds out the week of astrology. There is kind of a lot going on this week. So, and then you add in the holidays. So that's why we have these oracle cards. So let's keep going here. Let me pull some tarot cards. So the first card out on the bottom is the Emperor. There's that stubborn, stuck energy. People wanting to have the lead and control of things as well with the Emperor, and not willing to compromise. And I talked about that. So just be aware of that. We have the Ten of Swords. That's pretty harsh. Nine of Cups. People are really going to be in their egos, and there's a lot of indulgent energy. It's the holidays. So people are, with the Nine of Cups, on kind of the negative side of the Nine of Cups, it can be kind of indulgent, kind of the ego indulging in things too much, in things that they like, to their detriment. So I think we need to be aware of this. That Ten of Swords in the middle has me concerned a little bit. King of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. There's that Knight of Wands, which can be that impulsive reactivity. So Four of Wands, and then the Two of Wands, and the Sun. So I think this is kind of what's unfolding or bubbling underneath the surface. I do feel like there's that guidance of not reacting or being impulsive this week. Other people around you could be. I think it's best for you to kind of remain silent with the Four of Swords. Kind of, again, remain silent, don't engage, or potentially like stay away from situations where you know there's going to be drama or conflict. And that's like actively making decisions to do what's best for you. The Sun is like, what's in my highest good? What makes me happy? What's my bliss, right? It's like doing things that you know are going to fill you up, and not just feeling obligated. I mean, that's always a key thing for the holidays. But I think especially this year, this is going to be imperative. This could also reach kind of a head in regards to a certain situation, like I said, with the oracle cards. I feel like it's meant to wrap up the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Like this situation, maybe it's been going on a while, but this has to end for everyone involved. It's continuously been something that's created a lot of baggage and suffering and challenge. And it's like, we have a King of Swords and the Emperor, which these two together, this combo, I don't really like, especially with the Ten of Swords and the overindulgent card. So we have someone who's really like thinking they know everything. Like this could be, the King of Swords can be a know-it-all. Really like the way they communicate isn't very soft. And then you have someone who's the Emperor, who's also very stuck in their ways and like isn't willing, like you can see here, his back is turned to this king. So he doesn't want to hear it. So this could potentially be you and like a family member or a parent. But in the middle of that is like, maybe this has to do with something that happened in the past that was, you felt betrayed by this person, or there's a lot of underlying hurt feelings in this connection. And it can also do with like overindulgent. Maybe one of these people has had addictions, and dealing with them can be difficult. I definitely feel there's this overindulgent energy or theme here. So that could be an addict. Let's keep going. And like the card says, it's best to walk away. Because I feel like you've tried to solve the situation, or continuously, how do we fix this, or how do we get on better page? But I feel like all your attempts have been fruitless, because you feel kind of stuck, like your hands are tied. And I feel like they are tied, because we can't change people, right? They have to want to change themselves or be willing to grow and work together. I feel like for both of these people to get on the same page, they have to want to change, and they also have to be willing to take accountability for their piece in the situation. And I feel like at least one of you is not there. So maybe you're learning something through this as well. We have the Ten of Pentacles. That can be about ancestral karma. Page of Cups. So maybe someone's willing to try and provide an apology, or just, you know, be cordial with this Page of Cups. But someone's stuck here. We still have the Hangman. So someone's, maybe that's you, who's willing to engage, willing to come together and try and celebrate or get together and be at peace. But someone's still stuck and not willing to see. The Hangman is really about not being able to see different perspectives, and needing to gain new clarity around a situation. And they're just potentially, you know, maybe they will, but I feel like with the cards, it's more about you changing how you approach it. Queen of Wands, the Three of Wands. Okay, so we do have the Two of Wands and Three of Wands, which I like. When you get that in a tarot spread together, the Two Wands is really about putting out the wish or intention of something you want. And then the Three of Wands is about you finally receiving it. It's finally like your wish being granted. So I like that. So maybe that's around, maybe you set some like boundaries or intentions, or maybe you were throwing out a bone or like trying to be cordial here, and maybe actually it ends up being good with the Sun at the end. Maybe that's like, hey, it ends up working out and being okay. I just think, like, again, part of the guidance is don't engage, walk away if things get a little, you know, triggering for you. Don't be reactive, and just kind of be, maybe it's not the time to really talk about and converse about the issues. Eight of Swords. Yeah, but someone's really stuck here. This is very stuck energy with the Hangman and the Eight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Things aren't moving. Yeah, there's that delays, or just like stagnant energy a little bit. Like, into this situation could have been going on a long time with this person. This has been a long-standing kind of challenge. Nine of Wands. Yeah. That's really been, these two cards together, this has been a long-standing, and you're kind of over it at this point. Like, you're really over it. Like, Two of Pentacles. Someone could have this like really up and down bipolar energy as well. Like, they're like, you just never know what you're going to get from them. Like, Three of Wands too can be about expectations, and like, you never know what to expect from this person. It's like this always, you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It kind of depends on what mood they're in, but it could be this Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, there's definitely this could be a female, but there's this like very intense masculine male energy. So it could be a female that you're tied to that is more, leans on her masculine kind of energies. Doesn't mean that she's masculine at all, but she just tends to be more strong-headed. And so let's see here. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands. Yeah. This person maybe just, like, you have to always feel like you have to stand up for your beliefs and who you are, and this person maybe doesn't have the same beliefs and ideas as you do, and they're constantly trying to, like, you feel like you always have to like be on guard and like justify yourself for like who you are or how you live your life. It kind of seems to always be an uphill battle. But yeah, the Seven of Wands is that resistant energy of like standing up for yourself. I want to see what this Ten of Wands is about. The Empress. So this could be a mother. This could be tied to a mother figure. There could have been a death, and so this could also be very specific for some of you, but your mother is passed, and this could be a father or a father figure. And since the mother has passed, there's been just like this weird dynamic, or this person, if it's your father, could have really changed since your mother passed, and just they've been really difficult to deal with. It seems like a certain family situation going on here that's coming up. But I definitely feel like this this loss or this ending has tied to the mother, a mother figure. It could be actually a wife, so maybe you got divorced or ended a relationship as well, and that has created some hard feelings, or just the beliefs of potentially how your family sees a divorce has been an issue. But there's definitely something here. If this is more around a relationship, that could also be the case if you're dealing with a relationship, like a romantic relationship, that this resonates with. So what's the ultimate, I'm just going to get one ultimate guidance here. I mean, I think we know what it is, but the world, endings and new beginnings, this has to end. Like the heartache, this has created a lot of challenge and heartache for you, I feel. And it's like this, the moon. Yeah, there's a lot of deep feelings of like heartache, betrayal, just hurt feelings here. And this has, but I like the world here. So this is referencing like this, a new cycle's beginning. And part of that is you moving forward in your life. And maybe you've been stuck in this pattern with your family or in a relationship. And it's time for you, starting with the new year, to kind of say, I want to be on a new path. I don't want to deal with this pattern anymore. I don't want this to consistently be this heavy, difficult, emotional energy for me. And maybe you have to do some new work in the new year, like therapy or something, to work through this in yourself to be able to move forward and disconnect from this. Maybe it's a relationship that just, needs to end as well. Maybe it's just too toxic, and just the dynamic is just too, it's been too hurtful. Like, this is not a good relationship if it's constantly just painful, and this person just constantly hurts your feelings, and you're emotionally, there's just like too much water under the bridge, and someone's not willing to repair or grow or change to make it work. So yeah, big stuff around the holidays, huh? That's usually what happens, is all that family, those deep family dynamics get triggered. So, so I hope that helps you, you all, during this holiday season. Let's not get triggered. Let's be more aware of ourselves. And if we are feeling emotionally triggered or feeling reactive, that's where we really do that reflective, objective, allowing ourselves to feel the feels we're feeling, but just sit with them to see what they're telling us. And that's what this seventh chakra card could mean, is about gaining new awareness and wisdom about our feelings, for one, but the situation, to help us move forward in a healthier way, and create a new, just to me, create a new existence and experience. Because this seems to be heavy. Like, this has been some baggage that you've been dealing with for a while. All right, everyone, have a good holidays, and I will see you in 2025.